Hello, this is Paul from RankWyz, and today's episode number 2 of RankWyz Daily, how to improve quality of syndicated content. Just briefly about content generation. So, as you know, RankWyz has built-in content generation server called Content Meal. You can access it on the top. And inside it organized in content buckets. You can see how many buckets I have. RankWyz has unique approach to content generation, and like most of the system on the market that ask for the number of keywords and do mashup based on the keyword scrapping, putting all the information, all the data scraped together. So it usually works when keywords are very closely related to each other. So the further apart keywords from one to another, the less and less relevant content will be generated. So example, if you do an article on the topic of hockey and you'll do keywords ice hockey, hockey season, hockey equipment might be, as long as you're okay with the articles, it's generated on a very top level a generic hockey type of article, so that will somehow work. But if I'll go to another example, let's say sports, and one topic will be yoga and volleyball, and the last would be soccer. If you put it all together, so the article will be created completely meaningless and not relevant. To demonstrate RankWyz approach, I'll go to yoga content bucket, and you can see topics. Ashtanga yoga, meditation, and yoga for back pain. So should I create, if I'll target it to just an article that's somewhat related to yoga, I can put them all together. So, and there will be a lot of yoga mentioning. But relevance lately required to be in more specific. The relevance become a major factor that determines the relevance of the content when we created backlinks, not anchor text. So it is the reason why RankWyz has article built on the topics. So if I go to preview, you can see that meditation article is different from, let's say, hatha yoga. And so on. So there's an example I used a long time ago, using topics as the name of boxers. You can see 3, 5, 7 famous boxers. I'm not much in boxing, so. And if I go to preview of the articles created, you can see that this is in Mike Tyson. Well, this is Manny's article. And today we're going to cover example when having single topic looks inferior to the idea of having a bunch of keywords. I will use an example from one of our users who created a social content bucket and used social networks as topics. Social networks, and there's, let's say, topic of Instagram. So if I create an article on the topic of Instagram, the results, because we're scraping, the system scraping content, like depending on content block, you can use image, videos, news, social, syndicated content. And syndicated content is where the system actually goes out and aggregates or collects the content. So content for the topic of Instagram, syndicated content will be a very low quality. And why is that? If I'll go to search, and this is what system does, if I go search for Instagram, you can see that most of the content on the first page and the second page pages have very thin content. Let's say this is login to Instagram. This is a Google app, Android app for Instagram. This is App Store, iTunes App Store, and down there's Wikipedia that definitely does have content. If I go to the lower pages and the second, third page, I will see some Instagram pages that are promoted heavily, and for that reason ranking high. So that will bring not topic of Instagram itself, but rather the content of this topic. And would it be some celebrity Instagram page, all of a sudden topic Instagram will bring content on some specific celebrity that seem to be had nothing to do with Instagram. So what is the solution? So should we create topics? And some users do this, which is not a good idea. Create topics based on the keywords. The better idea is to use keywords within the topic. So if I go to topic Instagram and instead specify keyword, let's say how to use Instagram. I'll do how to use Instagram and Instagram tutorial. And I will save it so you can see roll over the how to use Instagram and Instagram tutorial. So system will use topic itself to pull videos and images or news, because there's no point going after news with the question Instagram guide. News feed in Google or Bing has press releases, articles, important news related to Instagram, and it's better to use Instagram as a main topic. But when we do aggregated content, we have keywords instead of Instagram. If keywords provided, then we'll use how to use Instagram or Instagram tutorial. And this search result for Instagram tutorial, you can see that right from the page 1, there are lots of guides. It's probably still not good, because there are a lot of. But how about how to use Instagram? Way better. Beginner's guide to Instagram, 10 cool tricks to help Instagram, and so on and so on. So this is all help, including Instagram help center itself. That's a good solution, except that it's not really convenient when you have too many topics. Let's say if I'll do this is just 5 topics, but should I go for each topic and specify how to use Facebook, how to use, and then I just come up with a new search query, and I have to go and update again all topics for the search keywords. Not very convenient. So instead, you don't need to, instead of entering keywords for every specific topics, if they use the same patterns, you can update search prefix. If you go to content bucket settings and scroll to advanced, in the very bottom you can search prefix. Let's say how to use beginner's guide. So the pattern will be prepend search result to the topic. if prefix is provided. So now instead of now you don't need to update every topic. You can keep them very short. Let's say if you go BMW, let's say X5, right? So like if I'll search for that, I'll probably will have a list of dealership around the place I live. But if I provide prefixes for the search result, it will be better how to use or tutorials or like user experience, like whatever, every query that starts with how. Literally, if I'll do like simple how prefix, how Instagram, even if it doesn't really make sense much in terms of logic, how returns the content that it's much richer than topic, the single topic itself. Let's say how I'll do X6. Well, reviews is a good standard, but still, if you look at this, a lot of those and you can see that if, let's say, topic in my case will be BMW X6, so I would rather use a search prefix that will turn the query that returns mostly no content to the content full search queries. So again, once you specify topics, you still better keep them very short to define the niche or target. Like if your content bucket is for cars, or let's say BMW cars, so you can use topics as a separate, each model to be a separate topic. It will create model relevant articles. If, let's say, if you have cars on a different brands, so then you can have Audi car as a, or Audi as a topic, but searching for Audi will produce very kind of lousy search results. So then you can narrow down by either specifying keywords on the topic or going to search prefix. Well, that's all. Thank you for watching and thank you for using RankWyz.